Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his I said Thursday guest. You are a Thursday guest, but you're also a Tuesday guest. Yeah, Tuesday guest. Matt, the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, sir?
I'm awesome. Super excited to be here. And we just covered what was great in this first video, in the second video, right? Second video was, I'm in escrow, now what? And now you own it, now what?
Yeah, now you own it, now what? So again, folks, what we're doing here is we've acknowledged that the How to Get Started One Rental at a Time course, which is amazing at $299 and going up, or $599 with mentoring, needs some more content. Yes, first and foremost, there's always more content coming. Now we've just realized we need to create some for you. So look for something from Dion, Matt, and I. Probably, I'm going to guess February timeframe, but it is coming. It will be added for free. So if you're a part of the course, it's coming. If you haven't bought it yet, buy it now because it'll be cheaper now than January. But yes, congratulations. You just left escrow, or you just got notified you own your first or next rental. What do you do? All right, start with you. How you doing? What do you got?
So I own my first rental, and now what? So we've closed, right? So I'm walking away from the closing table.
Okay.
Oh, now I own a property. I'm excited. I go and I want to drive the property. Literally right away, I go drive the property. But I have already printed off a letter basically introducing myself and walking them through, this is who I am, and we are local, yes. And, you know, talking about, you know, the maintenance issues. If you have any of these maintenance issues, please contact us. We absolutely want to know about maintenance issues. We are proactive landlords, not reactive landlords. So we cover kind of all that stuff in the letter. And then the last thing that we cover in the letter is, while we're super excited to have you, please see the information below of how to get in contact with us with an email and introduce yourself. And moving forward, here's where payments can be sent if you're mailing them. Here's where they're sent if we're doing Venmo or PayPal or Cash App. Or ACH bank stuff. So we literally go from closing table to driving by the house and posting that letter. That's literally what we do.
Yeah. So again, the reason we're going to do this together is you self-manage and I do not, right? So kind of a similar process, except you know, I'm not in my market. So now I would have somebody take a picture. One of the big things I acknowledge in my book is I don't have pictures. I can go get pictures of everything I've bought now, but it's not interesting. I want Mike Zuber at 30, Mike Zuber at 31. So folks, do yourself a favor, snap some photos. If you're in my course and you're getting these cards, take a picture of this card in front of the house, just so you remember it. Trust me, in 5, 6, 7 years, you're going to want to remember, honey, we bought that at 28 or 48 or 62.
Totally agree.
So do that to get that done.
Celebrate.
It's
a big deal.
It's a huge, especially
it's the next step into financial freedom.
Yeah, it's you have likely worked for 6 months to get here. Enjoy it. Celebrate the win. Don't go stupid. Maybe buy a bottle of wine, maybe do something, right? Enjoy this moment. It was a huge mistake on my part. Don't do that. It's celebrate. Have the memories. Please have the memories. So the first thing is just
it'll become transactional soon enough.
Yeah, it'll be easier than buying shoes, because at least shoes I got to try on. I don't. Yeah. So I would tell my property manager, hey, we did close, right? Because everybody I'm communicating ahead of time. And actually, we should talk about occupied or not occupied, right? Here we assumed it was occupied, which happens a lot. So yeah, my property manager will be dropping off a letter. Same thing, right? We're proactive. We do this, anything you want. We're trying to feel the tenant out. Yes, we've in California, I'm made whole, right? Because I got the deposit and whatever rent is. So the next 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it is in the month is kind of our time to figure folks out. They will get a new lease because we will have them fill out our paperwork, right? In that, maybe not day one, but in the first 7 days, they will have our new lease. If it's empty, my team is on the ground. Ideally, we're changing locks the day we close it. If it's empty, the first thing we do is we'll change locks immediately, immediately.
Yes.
Everywhere, change locks. We will probably secure it, right? Depending on where it is in the city, there are some parts where you don't want to have vacant homes. So we might secure it, meaning putting boards on windows. It depends on what we want to do if it's empty. Empty is more of a risk.
Yes.
But I will have a team. I will have somebody there probably the day we close, changing locks and doing what's called a trash out, because a lot of stuff I buy will need to be a trash out. Trash outs can take a couple of days if it's, like a hoarder house or something like that. After that, my teams are there. remodels. They can't, if it's a full like kitchen bath remodel, it's going to take a month, 3 to 4 weeks. Otherwise, if it's just lipstick, it's probably a 10-day or less process.
Sure.
But here's the deal. The other thing I do as a landlord, if it's a full remodel, is I will do the outside first. Means I will clean up the outside, the front. I will do the front yard in the house first, because I will start advertising it probably by the 4th or 5th day, because I want it full before my remodel's done.
Sure.
Right? Some people do it reverse. Some people try to remodel the inside, leave the outside ugly. I'm like, why are you doing that? You already own it. Get a tenant in there. And oh, by the way, you can ask for a little bit more than you expect, because again, you've got 3 weeks. So use time to your advantage. I will validate insurance is in force, of course.
Yep.
For me, I will make sure it's on my umbrella as well. What else? And oh, by the way, I'm not done looking for my next deal, because again, for me, it's getting to the next one. Because again, I have a team doing all of this that I lined up to go. So, and I guess the other thing I would do in the very beginning is I would be driving down the next weekend. Usually, at least in California, we close Monday through Friday. I will go see it the very first weekend we own it, just to make sure the plans are in place. So,
do you still do that now?
Not during COVID. We haven't. I bought 5 or I think we bought 10 maybe over the last 2 years. We haven't gone to see any of them.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, and that's one of the interesting things too, is because, still to put eyes on it, right? Like I still watch them. I'm under contract on 3.
Yeah.
And I still drive, and kind of watch those.
Somebody on my team does. Yeah. I get the whole,
sure.
Not Zoom. What is it called on the iPhone? FaceTime.
FaceTime. Yep.
Because again, I haven't done the work. I go, oh, that looks bad, or oh, that looks bad. And people do that stuff. And again, that's more expensive. One of the things you do your own stuff, so you save thousands of dollars.
Yes.
I have to get a better deal. Yeah. Because I pay people not only for property management, but for the work.
Yeah. Sometimes I screw it up and I still cost myself thousands. But yeah,
it can happen.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, I think that process is much the same, which is instant and near immediate contact. And quite frankly, for us, we're not usually rekeying. If it's vacant, we rekey that day. If it's not vacant, we just set it up during the course of the week, because we go electronic keypad on everything.
Yeah.
We don't use any of that other stuff. We use electronic keypads guaranteed every single time. Number one. Number two is, before we were on quarantine or COVID, we would actually want to meet the tenant.
Yeah.
We meet the tenant. Hey, just wanted to swing by, say hi.
I don't want the tenants to know who I am, so I don't do that.
Well, yeah, that's true. You do that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, that way, when they see my face around, they don't call the cops and I'm trusting.
Dude, the beard is back.
Yeah, trust me. That's happened. Like, and the cops show up and they're like, really? And I was like, don't know what to tell you. They didn't read the email. I don't know what to tell you. That's why we all a lot of times too, we'll actually send them a picture, like a family picture, just so they see us.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
That way, when they see it, when they see us around, yeah. I mean, we're people too.
Yeah, you're a small town, right?
Yeah, like yeah. So combined. So I'm 30,000, 15,000, and 4,000.
So you're 60,000 combined.
Not even 48.
Oh my God. Just so we know, I'm in a town that's almost 1 million. So no, I can.
Like, we see our tenants everywhere we go. We see old tenants everywhere we go.
Yeah, you probably would, right?
Yeah, everywhere. Like grocery stores. Like, we have 7 grocery stores, but we see different ones in all different places. But restaurants, like, we're still doing restaurants. We see them all the time. Waitresses, waiters, bartenders, everything. And that's what really makes us feel part of the community. For us, that experience for us is awesome.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if you rented from me, you had a great experience with me. I don't know if I had a great experience with you, but you had a great experience with me.
Right.
And that's why referrals for us are ridiculous, off the charts. We always have 10 people waiting for a place.
Yeah.
So it's like that way, when something comes available, my advertising costs or marketing costs are usually zero.
Yeah. The other thing I want to talk about it, once you own it, and again, as I said earlier, I'm already looking for the next deal.
Yeah.
Your job is to learn the numbers, right? The first couple of times you're going to be wrong. And I do not want you beating yourself up, right? If you did the numbers and your make ready was 8 and it comes back at 12, learn so the next time you're closer. You're never going to be exact. But don't beat yourself up. You already own it. It doesn't matter. You can't get out of it. You're committed. You're a pot committed, right? It's yours. So that's why I don't generally go back like right away and go, oh my God, it's only a 6.5. I thought it was a 9. It's yours at this point. You can't learn from it.
Yeah, that's also just first year though, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And so we're lumping in, it's kind of like the accountants with the kitchen sink.
Mhm.
All right, this corner's going to suck. Let's throw everything,
Throw everything
in. There.
in. Oh, I've
like,
been
that
there.
chart is from 3 years ago. You're like, doesn't matter. It's going in.
Yep.
And so you're trying to push all of those losses into that very first year and recognize that so long as it's not necessarily impacting cash flow, that's what really matters, is that cash flow and your emergency savings. And that's why a lot of new landlords, they'll buy something, don't do the pretty first, do the functional first.
Correct.
Because that leak is going to ruin your brand new kitchen. And I'll see a lot of people that will do the lipstick stuff. We used to call them floors and doors.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was it. And it was like new floors and paint the doors and boom, you're done. And it was like, you could tell that kind of a rental.
Yeah.
And that's why you didn't get top market.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Again, what I would tell you again, once you own it, you own it. The spreadsheet that you have built because of the course is helps you find the great deal, but you own it now. So it's yours.
Yes.
Right. So don't beat yourself up, but learn from it. I would say by the 5th one that I purchased, I was much closer. I wasn't surprised by much.
Yeah.
Realize the first one, you're probably going to be surprised. And usually it's that make ready number that catches you. I needed a little extra, right? That's why we have emergency funds. That's why we have, reserves and things of that nature. So again, document up front. Don't make my mistake. I wish I had that picture in front of Norris Drive. God damn it. Oh, well, anything else you want to talk about here? Because again, we need to add some more content, I guess.
Yeah, I think all this type of content will help folks. If there's stuff that they want to see, put it in the questions below.
There you go. Tell us what you're looking for.
Yeah, tell us what you're looking for. Tell us where other courses you've seen have fallen short. Tell us all that stuff, where I'm happy to add whatever Mike thinks is helpful. We have a process in place, but that process works for us based on how we approach things. And so it will only work for you if you approach them exactly the same way. And so that's why if there's something there that people have questions about, that's what the questions down there are below for. So ask questions, create a dialogue. Yeah. I know I'm out there answering stuff every once in a while. Check out the 3 Amigos of FI on Facebook. We'll answer the questions there as well.
You got it. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.